Hi friends, in this video we're going to talk about how to backup and restore Nextcloud data into Docker volumes using Restic container. In our previous video, we talked about how to set up a Nextcloud application very easily and robustly using Docker. I will leave those links in the description, so please check out if you did not already. So we have created this robust setup of running Nextcloud in Docker, but that's not enough. Once you and your colleagues set up and start using Nextcloud, it will contain very important data like files, chats, photos, etc. So it's equally important to have a very robust daily backup and very easy restoration setup. So that's what we are going to cover in this video. So in this video, we'll discuss about how to do the backup and restoration of Nextcloud we are running in Docker. The whole content of this video is present in this blog post, so please be sure to check out the link of this blog post in the description of this video. Okay, let's get started. So we need to back up the Nextcloud files and the Nextcloud database, that's all. So let's talk about how do we achieve the backup and restoration. So we have our Postgres database container and the Nextcloud container. So the data of the Docker container lives in Docker volumes because volumes don't get destroyed when you stop the container. So now we have to use these volumes to create backup for our Nextcloud application. So in this video, we will backup our data into a folder on the backup host. So let's say we have a folder called backup folder. So in this backups folder, we will create daily snapshots of the required data from these Docker volumes. For this, we are using a Docker container called Restic. Restic is an open source backup and restoration engine which makes backup and restoration very easy. So we will spin up a Restic container and we will mount this DB volume, Nextcloud volume and also the backups folder into this Restic container. Now Restic has access to the source and destination. So we will configure Restic to copy data from the DB container and the Nextcloud container and then send that data to the backup folder as a snapshot. So this is the architecture, but there are minor nuances to this. We don't copy the whole database volume as a folder because backing up a database is not straightforward like copying data from folder. So what we do is, before running the Restic engine, we will run a script in this database container to create a logical dump of the database using pgdump command, and that file would be backed up by Restic. For the Nextcloud container, it's really straightforward. We'll just copy all the folders in this Nextcloud volume and just create a backup of this in a snapshot. So a Restic backup snapshot will contain the logical backup of the database and copy of all the files in the Nextcloud volume. Obviously, Restic creates a differential backup and also the backup would be compressed. So you'll have a lot of space saving when compared to simple copy pasting of folders. Now after Restic does its job and creates a snapshot, it will be just destroyed, and now you have the backup folder that contains a snapshot. So this way daily you create snapshots of your Nextcloud application. So now you have the snapshot based backup of your Nextcloud application. So if you want to restore your historical backup, you can use this snapshot and restore the Nextcloud application. Now in this video, we will only cover backing up data into a backup folder, but Restic supports backing up data into cloud providers like AWS S3 or Azure File Storage and also to other destinations like SFTP folders. So it's very versatile, but for this video we will cover the basic about using Restic to back up your Nextcloud data into a folder. Now once your backups are ready, if you want to restore a historical backup snapshot, you just spin up the Restic engine and say the Restic engine to take the snapshot and place the files into the respective Docker volumes and run any post scripts. Like here in our DB case, you keep the dump into the DB and then run the pg restore command to restore the data from backup into the database. And that's it. Using this setup, you can easily restore your historical snapshots of your Nextcloud application. Now let's see how we can implement this architecture using very simple scripts. Before that, let's talk about Restic, which we used in this backup architecture. So Restic has many convenience features for backup and restoration. One very important feature is the backup retention policy. You just say, for example, I want to say the backup of only last 365 days. Restic will delete the old backups. Restic is open source and it supports backing up into many destinations like local folder, SFTP, S3, Azure, etc. So in this backup setup, we will run Restic as a Docker container. That means the setup will run in any OS, just like the Nextcloud setup. So there are just two terminology which you need to remember about Restic. A repository in Restic term means it's a backup vault or a backup folder where the backups will be stored, and each backup is called a snapshot. Alright, let's implement the backup architecture. So we are going to create a daily backup script which will do the following. We will keep the Nextcloud app in maintenance mode because using this Nextcloud will not accept any data modifications, and now we will be ready to do the backup. Next, we create a logical backup of the Postgres database using the pgdump command. So this will create a dump file. So now we have the Nextcloud in maintenance mode and the files are ready in the volume, and we have the pgdump file ready for the logical backup of the database. Now we will spin up a Restic Docker container and just perform an incremental backup of the Nextcloud files Docker volume and the Postgres logical backup file we have just created. And that's it. Your backup is ready, and then you turn off the Nextcloud app's maintenance mode, and after that you'll clean your old backups as per your retention policy. Say you want to delete backups older than 365 days. So in the same GitHub repository containing the Docker setup of Nextcloud, we have created a folder called backup scripts, and it has a lot of important backup scripts both for Windows and Linux environments. Now before creating a backup, you have to set up a Restic backup vault. So that's really easy. Just go to this init backup script and run docker run backups directory, keep a Restic password, and initialize the Restic backup repo. So just run this script and the Restic backup folder would be set up. Now where are all the configuration variables? So for that we have created a config file which contains all the backup variables. It contains the Restic password, Restic backups directory, the backup retention days, the database container name, the database user, the database volume name, Nextcloud files volume name in Docker, the Nextcloud container name, and the database container name. All this backup configuration is required to backup your data. Now feel free to customize these variables as per your Nextcloud Docker setup. So we call the configuration to load the important environment variables, and then as a first step we'll execute the Nextcloud cron job to make the system consistent, and then we enable the Nextcloud maintenance mode using docker exec php occ maintenance mode on, and then we create a logical database dump using the pgdump command. So you can see docker exec db container pgdump database user database name, and then the database dump would be made into this var lib PostgreSQL Nextcloud backup.dump. So if you see the db Nextcloud container, the db volume is mounted onto this var lib PostgreSQL folder. So that's why we are creating the dump file in var lib PostgreSQL folder. So the dump file is now present in the Docker volume. Once we have the dump file ready, we will spin up a Restic container using docker run command, mount our Nextcloud volume and the database volume, and then we just specify copy all the Nextcloud files and copy the PostgreSQL database dump file, and then do a Restic backup. We have given the backup directory and the Restic password from the environment variables. So this is the main step which runs the Restic backup and creates a backup snapshot. And now since our backup is done, we'll just run the Nextcloud command to make the maintenance mode off because our backup is done, and then we are just pruning the old backups as per our backup retention, which is 365 days, using the Restic Docker container. And that's it. We have completed our backup job. Now you can run this backup script daily to create a daily snapshot. Now that our backup job is ready, let's try to take a backup of our Nextcloud application. So in our main Nextcloud Docker setup repo, there is also a folder called backup scripts which contains the backup scripts, and then you have to create a folder called backups here which will contain the backups, because in the backup scripts config.bat, the backups directory is basically the backups directory in the same Nextcloud repo. You can change this backup path anyways, but for our examples, backups would be stored in this backups folder. Now let's try to open a terminal in the Nextcloud repo, and now I'm gonna say backup scripts, and first we need to set up a Restic backup repo, right? So for that I'm gonna say init backup. So what it will do is it will run Restic to create a backup repository. So now your Restic repository is set up, and now you're ready to do your backups. Now let's try to run the next script, which is backup scripts run backup. So run backup will create a backup of your Nextcloud application and database. So let's run this. And now the script we have discussed is basically running. So each backup step is being done, and since there is no initial snapshot, it is creating a full snapshot. From the next time, it will create a differential backup. So all the steps like running the Nextcloud clone job, enabling the Nextcloud maintenance mode, creating a database dump, and then using Restic to back up the files and the database dump file. You can see the files were 983 MB, but the compressed is only 350 MB. And then we have disabled the Nextcloud maintenance mode. We have pruned old backups. In our case, there were no old backups. And then we got our one snapshot, which is this one. And that's it. We have backed up our Nextcloud application. So now if you go to the backups folder, you can see the Restic related folders here. You can't see the backup files directly because Restic stores the files like a database, but you can use this folder to restore your backup snapshots. Now you have your backup script ready. You will schedule this backup script to run backups every day. Suppose you want to see what backups are done till now. It's very easy. I've created a script for that. You can just say backup scripts list backups.bat. So currently we have one backup snapshot. This is the backup snapshot ID. In fact, you can use this ID if you want to restore a particular backup snapshot. So we have successfully set up our daily Nextcloud backup script. Now let's talk about the backup restoration script. So you have your snapshots ready, and let's say your applications crashed or your server failed or something happened. How do you restore your Nextcloud server? So now we have the backup restoration script which will restore the Nextcloud application from a backup snapshot. So before running this backup script, the Nextcloud Docker setup should be set up if it's not done already. So first you have to use the nextcloud.yaml to set up your infrastructure, and then you can do this restoration. So what this does is, first it will stop the Nextcloud container and wipes out the Nextcloud Docker volume. So your Nextcloud container can contain some other files or corrupted files. So that's why first this backup restoration script will wipe out your Nextcloud volume, and then it restores the Nextcloud files from the snapshot into the Nextcloud Docker volume. And then we also have the logical database backup dump, right? So we copy the dump file into the database volume, and then in the database container, we will restore the PostgreSQL using the logical backup file, which we have just kept it in the database container. We use the pg restore command to restore the database from the dump file. And that's it. We can just start the Nextcloud container. So here in the backup scripts folder, we have the restore backup script. First, if you give the snapshot ID in the command line, it will use Restic to fetch that particular snapshot ID. If not, we will use the latest backup snapshot. First, we stop the Nextcloud container. We wipe the Nextcloud container's volume so it will be clean and empty. And then we will restore the Nextcloud files into the Nextcloud volume. So Nextcloud restoration is done. For the database, we will just copy the database dump file into the database Docker container, and then inside the database container, we will execute the command to first stop all the active connections so that the database is not being altered while we are doing the restoration. And then we will drop the Nextcloud database and then create the Nextcloud database and then run our restoration script. So we create a clean slate for the Postgres database and then populate the database from the dump file. So now the Postgres database restoration is also done, and then we will restart the Nextcloud container. Since we have already restored the data from the dump file, we can just delete the dump file from the database container. As a last check, we will just ensure that Nextcloud maintenance mode is off, and that's it. Your recovery is done. Since we already have a backup ready, let's do a demo and recover some files in the Nextcloud container. So this is my Nextcloud. So let's try to delete a file and let's see whether we can retrieve it or not. So I have this Nextcloud document file. I'll just open it, and now let's try to delete this file. So I'm going to say delete file, and also we have a conversation with person one. Let's try to delete this conversation. So I'm going to say archive conversation. So basically I've deleted some files, but I have ran a backup before that. Let's try to restore the latest backup and see whether we have the files or not. So I'm going to just clear the screen, go to the backup script folder, and then run restore backup.bat. So since we did not provide any backup ID, it will search the latest snapshot. It's stopping the Nextcloud container, wiping the Docker volume, and then restoring the files from the backup snapshot. and then it's also restoring the Postgres database dump. And once everything is done, it's restarting the application container, and then it's deleting the dump file from the Postgres database, and then it's just verifying whether the maintenance mode is disabled or not, and then our recovery is complete. Now let's log into our Nextcloud again, and right away you can see our document file is present. You can see Nextcloud file before backup. In fact, this file was deleted, but after restoration I got the file back. And then let's go to the chats. You can see the chat with person1 was present, so even the database restoration worked. So that's it, we have successfully demonstrated the backup restoration using Restic. For this demo we are using a Windows machine that runs Docker, so I was using the batch scripts, but you can completely use this repo in Linux machines also and run these scripts. For example, you have the config.sh script, and in your Linux environment you need to configure this file. To prove that this setup works in Linux environment also, I have created an Ubuntu VM, and in that VM I have cloned the Nextcloud Docker setup, and I have run the backup scripts and even created the backup here, and the backup is getting successfully loaded into this backups folder. So this backup setup also works in the Linux environment. You just need to use the shell scripts instead of the batch scripts. You have to create a config.sh file. Once you clone the repo, by default you don't have this file. You have to copy the config sample.sh file and then modify the variables as per your requirement. And the same way for Windows machine, when you clone the repo, in the backup scripts folder you have config sample.bat. Just copy it to create a config.bat and change the values as per your requirement. So these are the references for Restic documentation, and Nextcloud also gives the recommendations about how to do backup and restoration. I have also mentioned those links. You can see the whole content of this video is present in this blog post. I have given you the diagrams, scripts, the notes, so that you can easily understand and implement this backup and restoration strategy for your own Nextcloud installation. So please be sure to check out this blog post. Also, I have given references to the important documentation. Please ask questions or post your valuable feedback in the comment section. Hope you like this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.